There is something very shocking about this small village Gongonoli in the Indian state of Uttar Pradesh. Between 2013 and 2018, more than 71 people have died of cancer here. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. About a third of the youth in Gongonoli is suffering from serious illnesses such as physical deformities, neurological problems, and cancer. You know what? This is not a tragedy of chance. According to the villagers, it is their water that is killing them. There is a river near the Gongonoli village, the Krishna River, and this river is so polluted that no aquatic life can survive in it. The water is heavily loaded with toxic chemicals and dangerous pollutants from careless industrial activities. This has been the dire situation for decades, and this problem was continuously ignored. The result? The polluted river contaminated the groundwater, which is now a source of death. But the villagers have no choice but to drink it because many of them can't afford any modern filtration systems. Imagine being born into a world where the very water you drink is a death sentence. In the last 5 years alone, at least 150 cancer-related deaths have been recorded in this village. But Gongonoli is not just an isolated case. There are at least 150 villages in the Bagpat district of Uttar Pradesh that are going through the same problem. As India continues to grow and urbanize, its water bodies are becoming more toxic. In 2018, the Central Pollution Control Board identified 351 of the most polluted river stretches across India, covering almost all major rivers. In that list, Maharashtra is at the top with the highest number of polluted rivers, followed by Assam, Madhya Pradesh, Kerala, Gujarat, Odisha, West Bengal, and Karnataka. Here is a shocking fact for you. Around 70% of surface water in India is unfit for consumption. This isn't just a statistic, it is a death sentence for millions. So in this video, I will help you understand why our rivers are so polluted, what we have done so far, and what we can do in the future. There are 4 main regions that are responsible for polluting a river. In fact, if you look at any polluted river in the world, it is usually these 4 regions that are to blame. So let's understand the very first region, which is untreated sewage discharge into the rivers. Just take a look at these images. I'm sure that you are familiar with such sites. Rivers in our country are mainly polluted due to the discharge of untreated or partially treated sewage from human settlements. Rapid urban development and industrialization have made the problem worse. According to a report by the Central Pollution Control Board in March 2021, sewage generation from urban areas in India is estimated at 72,000 million liters per day, while the available sewage treatment capacity is only about 32,000 million liters per day. That means more than half of the sewage don't go through any form of treatment. And remember, these numbers are coming from a government report, so their accuracy is somehow questionable. Plus, the current state and efficiency of the existing sewage treatment facilities could further reduce the actual treatment capacity. But the bottom line is clear. The gap between sewage generation and treatment is a major reason for the increasing pollution of our rivers. Let's do some comparisons. India has almost 1100 sewage treatment plants for 1.4 billion people, but Germany, with almost 8 crore people, have more than 10,000 such plants. If you do the math, that's almost 18 times less people and 10 times more treatment facilities. Canada, with a population of just 35 million, has 3,500 sewage treatment plants. One treatment plant for almost 10,000 people. Look at these numbers. They show how many sewage treatment plants we have in these states. States like Odisha and Kerala have just 14 and 7 treatment plants for a population of almost 4.6 crores and 3.5 crores respectively. In 2019, the Quality Council of India found that more than 70% of the towns along the Ganga River were directly disposing their waste into the river. And it's not their fault because there is almost no infrastructure to handle this waste. There are other numbers you can look at, such as per capita sewage generation, efficiency of the sewage treatment plants, how many sewage treatment plants per state or per 1 million people, government spending, etc., etc. They will paint a more detailed and clearer picture of the situation. But the summary is, we are way behind the developed countries. But I hope you get the point I'm trying to make. The gap in actual sewage generated and sewage treatment capacity is a significant issue. Now let's discuss issue number 2, which is industrial waste. The wastewater from many industries in India is discarded in rivers directly. From 2016 to 2017, it is estimated that 7.17 million tons of hazardous waste was produced by industrial plants, and most of this waste is directly dumped into the nearby river. About 400 million liters of industrial effluents from almost 3,200 industries are directly discharged into the Ganga and the Yamuna River every day, out of which about 150 million liters per day is discharged into the Ganga River alone. Here is a list of states with number of grossly polluting industries discharging effluents into lakes and rivers in India in 2023, and Uttar Pradesh tops the list. No wonder why the Ganga is so polluted. But controlling river pollution caused by industries should be easy, because all the government has to do is implement robust policies to force the non-complying companies to treat their wastewater before discharging that into the nearby river. The real problem is dealing with sewage coming out of towns and small cities. This brings us to the third issue: river pollution caused by domestic waste. In India, we don't have proper town planning like a developed country. So we don't have a proper drainage system or proper waste processing plants everywhere. Also, a major chunk of the society is not very aware about such issue. People dump their solid and liquid waste carelessly, and after rain, these pollutants eventually do make it to the nearby river, causing significant pollution of the water, the nearby soil, and the environment. Indian rivers are home to an incredible 18% of world's unique aquatic animals and plants according to the Wildlife Institute of India. But unfortunately, more than half of India's 605 rivers were reported to be polluted by the Central Pollution Control Board in 2022. This pollution poses a serious threat to the biodiversity and health of these rivers. In 2020, municipal solid waste from India contributed to 10% of the waste leakage to world's rivers. And with 1.45 billion people, India has the highest rate of mismanaged waste. India currently generates 152,000 metric tons of municipal solid waste per day. That accounts for 17% of the world's scattered municipal waste without a proper circular waste management system. And a major portion of this mismanaged waste do make it to our rivers, polluting them severely. Other human activities such as bathing, washing clothes, careless dumping of waste on river banks, and bathing animals contribute to river pollution. But these issues are not as serious as the ones we have discussed before. With this, we come to the fourth and the last issue, which is agriculture. Yes, you heard it right. Agriculture is one of the major reasons for river pollution. But there is a catch. Unsustainable agricultural practices are the major reason for river pollution. See, in a developed country like India, with a huge population, food security is a big challenge. So in order to get higher yield, farmers use a lot of pesticides and fertilizers. And these chemicals are major contaminants of our water bodies. Many pesticides have been banned all over the world due to their environmental damage, such as DDT, Aldrin, and HCH. But these chemicals are still commonly used as a cheap and easily available alternative to other pesticides in India. India has used over 350,000 million tons of DDT since 1985, even though DDT was banned in 1989. But we are not just talking about these two chemicals here. There is a rampant use of dangerous chemicals in agriculture around the world, and these chemicals eventually do end up in the nearby rivers. So those are the four main regions that contribute to river pollution the most. But now let's discuss something else, keeping these numbers aside. You must be proud to know that in India, we have one of the cleanest rivers in the world, the Dauki River in Meghalaya. But most of our rivers are polluted because of the different reasons we already discussed. The simple answer is negligence and lack of government foresight. Post-independence, our population grew rapidly and we should have addressed such issues, but we didn't. We didn't focus on improving public infrastructure. We didn't focus on providing quality education to all and uplift a major portion of the society to enhance their quality of life. And this is creating a huge amount of stress on every aspect of development in our country today. But it's a good thing that the current government is prioritizing such issues and aggressively running different programs to address issues related to sanitation and clean drinking water. Major river cleaning projects such as Namami Gange, the National River Conservation Plan, the Yamuna Action Plan, and other such projects have created a huge impact. There was a time when countries like UK, Germany, and US also had faced such issues. The famous Thames River in the UK was once so polluted that it was considered dead. Rhine River in Germany was once very polluted, loaded with toxic chemicals, and declared unsafe for swimming. The Cuyahoga River in the US was once so polluted that it caught fire many times before 1969. But these countries worked aggressively to clean their rivers, and now these rivers are among the cleanest in the world, and this happened in just 30 to 50 years. So it's not impossible, it just takes time, money, proper planning, and honest execution. But one important thing to notice here is that the government can control and regulate industries to clean their wastewater before draining them into the nearest water stream. Or the government can create more wastewater treatment plants to handle sewage. But what about pollution caused by other human activities? To stop that, we need to act responsibly to not do something that will add extra stress on our water bodies. For this, education is a major factor. It's high time that the government need to prioritize very good quality education in the country. It's a fact that what we learn in school, we subconsciously act accordingly throughout our lives. So through a better education system, we can create a new generation that is more aware of such issues and act responsible. That was all from my side. I hope you learned something new today. For such optimistic science and tech stories, subscribe to my channel and please don't forget to add your feedback in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.